Hi, my dear students and audiences. How are you? Are you all ready to participate in my 30 minutes grammar school? Okay, fine. Then I am starting our class. Dear learners, we have already completed 3 classes on the basis of tense. Tense part 1, tense part 2, tense part 3. Today we are going to take part on the basis of tense and part number 4. Dear learners, in our previous third part classes, we discussed about the finding out the name of the all tenses. But I gave you some homework and it was about future tense. In that class, I asked you all to have the ability to find out the future tenses. Okay, boys and girls? Now, let's start. Okay, I am writing here some Bangla sentence and then we'll try to find out what kind of future tense they are. Okay, boys and girls? Now I am writing here. Number 1. আমি ঢাকা যাইব। Number 2, সে বই পড়িতে থাকিবে। Okay. Number 3, সে এক ঘন্টা ধরিয়া বই পড়িতে থাকিবে। Number 4, রহিম কাজটি করিয়া থাকিবে। My beloved learners, look everybody. In the board, I have written down 4 Bangla sentences. Okay, boys and girls? Now we'll try our level best to find out what are the tenses here, especially from the corner of future tense. Before that, I'd go to one discussion, especially the back side. I discussed there some symbols that are the helpful ways to find out the tenses in easiest way. There I said to you, boys, when you will be asked to find out the tense, of course, first of all, you will try to find out the root tense. After finding out the root tense, you will try to find out the branch. Okay, now we will do that. In our previous 2 and number 3 classes, we learned that at the question of root tense, if we find the letter bo just at the last part of the sentence, of course you will consider that that tense is of course future tense. So bo is the symbol of future tense. Look here, my dear boys and girls. Here there are 4 sentences, and after all sentences, look, we are finding the symbols or Bangla letter bo. Look, jaibo, that means bo. Porite thakibo, that means bo. Here also, porite thakibe. Here also we are finding the mentioning of bo. And last and the fourth item, that means 4th sentence. Here also we are finding again the use of bo. So we can think that Here all the examples are of future tense. Correct, boys and girls? Okay, correct. I think you all have understood about that. So, if I ask you now, what is the root tense that has been used here? Okay, boys, what is the root tense that has been used here? Okay, you say, sir, future tense. The root tense here we are finding, and it is about future tense. So, তোমরা বলতেই পারতেছো যে এখানে future tense প্রয়োগ করা হয়েছে। তো আমি তোমাদেরকে যদি এখন জিজ্ঞাসা করি, তুমি তো ফিউচার টেন্সের রুট ধরে ফেললে, এটা ফিউচার টেন্স। তো এখন আমাদেরকে শাখা টেন্সটা নির্ণয় করতে হবে। শাখা টেন্স, ব্রাঞ্চ টেন্স। ওকে বয়েজ এন্ড গার্লস? সো at the question of learning the branch of tenses, also we learn some tricks. And first number tricks was, if we find the use of toy karete, Bangla letter toy karete, just at the verb or middle of the verb of the sentence, of course we will consider that tense is a continuous tense. So continuous tense, look here. From the second sentence, I am now starting. This is the number 2, that means second sentence. Look, my dear boys and girls, here, she boi podite thakibe. So here, what is the verb here? Of course you will say, sir, the verb is podite thakibe. Verb is podite thakibe. Look, my boys and girls, here the verb is podite thakibe. So if I ask you, what is the symbol that we are finding here? Of course, toy karete. Look, boys and girls and audiences, here toy karete has been used, isn't it? Of course, te. So te, we know te is the symbol of being continuous tense. So boys and girls, it is of course continuous tense, correct? And if it is continuous tense, and last of all we are finding there is a bo, that means it is a future tense. So totally we can say that it is future and continuous tense. Correct, boys and girls? So from bo we can say that it is future tense. And by watching the use of toy karate, we can say that it is a continuous tense. So totally we can say this sentence is of future continuous tense. Okay boys, I am writing here in bracket future continuous tense. Okay, my dear boys and girls. So it is future continuous tense. Then next go to the third step. Here, the third sentence is she এক ঘন্টা ধরিয়া বই পড়িতে থাকিবে. সে এক ঘন্টা ধরিয়া বই পড়িতে থাকিবে. So boys, look at the last part. In this sentence, also we are finding the use of the word or letter bo. Okay, the letter bo has been used here. That means it is a future tense. Okay, it is future tense. Now, what is the branch? Root is future, but what is the branch of the branch at the question of tense? So you can say, sir, here this is the verb. This is the verb. Porite thakibe. This is the verb. And in this verb, we are finding the use of toy karete. That means te is the symbol of recognizing a sentence as continuous tense. So যেহেতু এখানে তে আছে, তুমি ধরে নেবে এটা কন্টিনিউয়াস টেন্স। তো আমরা সহজেই বলতেই পারি ব আছে তাই এটা ফিউচার টেন্স হলো, আর ক্রিয়াতে তে আছে এর জন্য এটা ফিউচার কন্টিনিউয়াস টেন্স হলো। এবং তুমি তাকিয়ে দেখো, এখনো থেমো না, আর একটু অবজার্ভ করো। এখানে আর একটু অবজার্ভ করলে আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে ধরিয়া, লুক হিয়ার দ্য বয়েস, হিয়ার দ্য লেটার ইজ ধরিয়া। Again, I can repeat, boys and girls. In our third part, we understood about the symbols of perfect tense. In that case, we learned that if you find the use of dhoriya, bepia, hoite and jabot in a sentence, of course that sentence is of perfect tense. Okay, and the question of tense, that is of course past perfect tense. So we are finding here dhoriya. So it is perfect. So it is perfect. This symbol is perfect. Okay boys, and this is the continuous. Okay, and this is the future. Okay boys and girls, so look here, we can totally collectively we can say that future, perfect and continuous tense. So this tense is a future perfect continuous tense. If I ask you boys why this tense is a future tense, of course you will say, sir, here we are finding the mentioning of the last part of the sentence, that's why it is of course a future tense. Okay, boys and girls? And if I ask you why this tense is of continuous, then you will say, as per the answers are here, in the verb we are finding the mentioning of toy karete. If you find the letter toy karete just at the verb of the sentence, then of course that sentence is of continuous tense at the question of tense. So there is the symbol and it is continuous tense. Again, why this sentence or this tense is perfect tense? Because why this sentence is perfect tense? Only why this tense is considered as perfect tense? Because here ধরিয়া এই শব্দটি ব্যবহৃত হয়েছে। আমরা জানি ধরিয়া, বেপিয়া, হইতে এবং যাবত, এই চারটার একটা উল্লেখ থাকলে সেটা কি হয় বলতো? সেটা পারফেক্ট টেন্স হয়। সুতরাং এটা পারফেক্ট টেন্স। টোটালি এটাকে আমরা ফিউচার পারফেক্ট কন্টিনিউয়াস টেন্স বলবো। আমার মনে হয় তোমরা বুঝে গেছো, ঠিক আছে? এবার আমরা ফোর্থ নাম্বার সেন্টেন্সে আসছি। ফোর্থ নাম্বার সেন্টেন্স তাকিয়ে দেখো, দিস ইজ দ্য ফোর্থ আইটেম অফ সেন্টেন্স অ্যান্ড হিয়ার উই আর ওয়াচিং দ্য সেন্টেন্স লাইক দিস, রহিম কাজটি করিয়া থাকিবে। রহিম কাজটি করিয়া থাকিবে, দিস ইজ দ্য সেন্টেন্স হিয়ার। সো ফার্স্ট I want to know from you what kind of tense we are watching here. Of course you will say, sir, it is of future tense. Why? Why it is not present? Why it is not past tense? It is not past tense because there is no use of law, mo, to, no. If we find law, mo, to, no, from this four letter, if we find any one of these four at the last of the word, last of the sentence, then we will consider the sentence is of past tense. Here we are not watching that kind of letters. So, but why? What are the words? What are the letters we are watching here? We are watching here that the letter bo is used here. Okay. So, bo is the symbol of future tense. So we can say that this is the future tense. Future. Okay. This bo just saying here that this tense is a future tense. Now, root has been discovered. Okay, boys and girls? So, what is the root here? Future. What is the root here? Future. Now, I am asking, what is the branch here? Okay, the branch, and the question of branch, look here, that was, here, the verb is thakibe. Here we are not finding the use of toikarete. That means it is not continuous tense, okay? It is not continuous tense. Koria thakibe, actually this is the verb. Koria thaka. Koria thaka, this is the total verb, okay? This is the total verb. Here, look here, in this verb, Korea thaka, kasti Korea thaka. Achha, look here, boy is the symbol of future, but here, ontostaka. Look, boys and girls, dhoriya, bepiya, hoite jabot. Apart from this, if we think that, I told you that there are two characteristics of finding out a tense as perfect tense. One is having ontostaka in the verb, or having either union of ধরিয়া বেপে হইতে যাবত। ধরিয়া বেপে হইতে যাবতের একটা থাকতে বাক্যের মধ্যে, অথবা ক্রিয়ার মধ্যে অন্তস্থ আকার থাকতে হবে। তো আমরা দেখো এখানে অন্তস্থ আকারটা পেয়ে যাচ্ছি। দিস ইজ দ্য অন্তস্থ আকার। সো ইট ইজ পারফেক্ট টেন্স, and from B we can say it is future tense. That means it is future perfect tense. Future, so we can say future perfect tense. Understood, boys and girls? So this is future perfect tense. This is the future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense. So this is the future perfect tense. It is the future perfect continuous tense. It is future continuous tense. So now look, sentence number 1. Here number sentence is আমি ঢাকা যাইবো। আমি ঢাকা যাইবো। Look here, boys. Root tense. Now I am asking you, what is the root here? What is the root tense here? The root tense is here, of course, future tense. It is of course a future tense. Why? Then the answer is, sir, the Bangla letter bo has been used at the last part of this sentence, and that's why this sentence is a future tense. Correct? Of course, correct. So bo, from bo we can say that it is a future tense. Now our asking is to find out the branch of the tenses. So, the question of branches, we know there are 4 tenses: indefinite, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous tense, boys. So look here, continuous tense. If I ask you, is this the sentence continuous? You can say, sir, no, it is not continuous. Why it is not continuous? Because the answer is, sir, the verb is here jaibo, and here in the verb we are not finding the mentioning of toy karete, because to be a sentence as continuous, of course, te, Bangla letter te should be in the verb. Of course, look here, this is the verb, and in this verb we are not finding the use of toy karete. That's why it is not continuous tense. Then go to the next step. Next step is perfect tense. Boys and girls, we know to be a sentence as perfect tense, of course, we will have to have, or we will find the use of dhoriya, bepiya, hoite jabot. Either one of these 4, or you will have to find the use of untostakar just at the middle of the verb. Look, boys and girls, here the verb is jaibo. In this verb there is no mentioning of untostakar, so it is not perfect tense. Another way you can say that there is no use of dhoriya, bepiya, hoite এবং যাবত। দেখো ছেলেমেয়েরা, দেখো এখানে কিন্তু ধরিয়া বেপে হইতে যাবতের একটা নেই এবং অন্তস্থ আকারটাও নেই। আমরা জানি পারফেক্ট হতে গেলে অবশ্যই অন্তস্থ আকার থাকতে হবে, অথবা ধরিয়া বেপিয়া হইতে যাবত এদের একটা থাকতে হবে। তাকিয়ে দেখো, এর মধ্যে সেই অন্তস্থ আকারও নেই, আবার ধরিয়া বেপিও নেই, এজন্য এটা পারফেক্ট হলো না। তো আমরা কি বলছি, দেখো কি দেখতেছি, কন্টিনিউয়াস টেন্স হতে গেলে তে থাকতে হতো, তে নেই। তাকিয়ে দেখো, তে নেই। এবং পারফেক্ট টেন্স হতে গেলে হয় ধরিয়া বেপিয়ার একটা থাকতে হবে, না হয় অন্তস্থের একটা থাকতে হবে, সুতরাং এটা পারফেক্ট টেন্সে হলো না। তো এবার আমরা চতুর্থ ধাপে যাই, সেখানে দেখেছি যে পারফেক্ট কন্টিনিউয়াস নামে একটা টেন্স আছে। তো এটা পারফেক্ট কন্টিনিউয়াস টেন্সও নয়, কেননা এর মধ্যে পারফেক্টের বৈশিষ্ট্যও নেই, আবার কন্টিনিউয়াস টেন্সের বৈশিষ্ট্যও নেই। অর্থাৎ দুটো বৈশিষ্ট্য একসাথে বিদ্যমান থাকলেই তো পারফেক্ট কন্টিনিউয়াস টেন্স হয়। তে থাকতে হবে, আবার ধরিয়া বিয়ার একটা থাকতে হবে। যদি এটা দুটো একসাথে শর্ত কাজ করে কোনো বাক্যের মধ্যে, তখনই সেটা পারফেক্ট কন্টিনিউয়াস টেন্স হয়। কিন্তু আমরা দেখছি যে এই বাক্যের মধ্যে তে তো নেই, ধরিয়া বিবিয়া হইতে যাবত বা অন্তস্থ আকার এদের কোনোটাই নেই। তো আমরা বুঝতেছি এটা কন্টিনিউয়াস টেন্স হলো না, মানে তে নেই তাই কন্টিনিউয়াস হলো না। ধরিয়া বিবিয়া হইতে যাবত নেই বা অন্তস্থ নেই, অর্থাৎ পারফেক্ট হলো না। আবার ওদিকে তেও নেই, আবার ধরিয়া বিবিয়া হইতে যাবত একটি নেই, অর্থাৎ তাহলে এটা পারফেক্ট কন্টিনিউয়াস টেন্স হলো না। তো এটা কি হলো? অবশ্যই এটা ইনডিফিনিট। সেই টেন্সটি মনে আছে তোমাদেরকে বলেছিলাম, যে টেন্সটি একেবারে অসহায়, যার কোনো উৎস, যার কোনো উৎপত্তি, যার কোনো সৃষ্টি নেই, নিজস্ব এতে বলছি। এটা আসলে তোমাদের মজা করে বলার জন্য, যাতে মুখস্থ থাকে, ব্যাপারটা মনে থাকে তোমাদের, এর জন্যই বলছি। যে টেন্সটি তোমরা দেখবে কোনো সমর্থন নেই, কোনো সাপোর্টার নেই, অর্থাৎ কোনো প্রতীক নেই, কিচ্ছু নেই, যার পক্ষে কেউ কথা বলবে না, সেই টেন্সটি হলো ইনডিফিনিট। ওকে বয়েজ এন্ড গার্লস, সো তোমরা বলতে পারি it is of course indefinite tense. So from here we can say that this is the, from ba we can say future, and there is no branch, that means continuous perfect and perfect tense. So the first branch has been applied here, indefinite. So we can say that it is of course future indefinite tense, F-U-T-U-R, future indefinite. Okay, my dear boys and girls, look here. These are all about the 4 tenses of future tense. Dear students, so from this learning we have learned about the tenses. Now I think we all have the ability to find out what kind of tense this is. If you are given a sentence or a sentence and asks you, if anybody asks you to find out the tense, then I think you will be able to say that. You can be able to give the answer of any question regarding tenses if anyone asks you to say or find out the name of the tenses. Okay boys, so we have already discussed 12 kind of tenses, and we have already learned about the finding out the name of all kind of tenses. That means 12 kind of tenses. Now we are able. Okay, dear boys, so we have completed, but in finishing Now I am to show you a diagram, okay? Through a diagram, I am now writing it. Our today's first part, second part, third part, and today's fourth part. I am now writing about the all tenses in diagram. Okay, boys and girls, I am erasing the board. So, dear learners and audiences, look here. I have shown a diagram. In the diagram, we are finding the root tense, and we have already gathered the idea of root tense. We know that root tense are of three kinds, and they are present, past, and future. So, root tense. This is the parents, okay? Suppose root tense is the parents. Here, there are three branches here, present, past, and future. So, present tense, it is a root tense. Then, past tense, a root tense, and it is also future tense, is root tense. And we have already learned the tricks of finding out the root tense. Now, I am writing the diagram of branch tense. Branch learning process. Okay, dear learners, look here. This is the branch of the tenses. We know at the question of branch tense, we know there are four kinds. One is indefinite tense, continuous tense, perfect tense, and perfect continuous. And we have already gathered the idea of finding out the tricks of branch of the any tenses. Okay, my dear boys. So I think you all are understood about the tenses. In our next class, we will learn the structure. We will learn the structure of tenses. Okay, boys and girls, and we will have to learn the structure of tenses, because after learning the structure of the tenses, of course you will be able to translate from Bangla to English. Our aim is to speak in English. Okay, we are Bengali, so from Bangla we will be able to learn or speak English if you have the vast vocabulary structures, and if you have the ability to know all the structures of tenses. Okay, in our next class we will learn about the structures of all 12 tenses. Okay, boys and girls, so thank you very much and see you again. Goodbye.